Why is this still happening, this battle between you and your ex-wife 4 years after you divorced?
Well, I can't honestly tell you why it's still going on.
From the outside looking in, forgive me, it can seem like two squabbling teenagers.
It seems very petty. But the problem is that Miss Brinkley doesn't think, well, she thinks that these agreements were crafted to govern me and me alone, that the rules don't apply to her.
What are you still fighting about?
She filed a claim that I wasn't paying child support. When she took off to do Broadway last year from March to July, she put the children in my full-time care. So I wrote her lawyers and said, you know, hey, she's gone, I've got the children full-time, how about we reverse child support for this time period?
So you asked not to pay child support to her during the time period that you had for two kids?
Correct.
They were with you 100% of the time?
100% of the time. So I'm here not to attack Christie Brinkley, but to defend myself, because to be called a deadbeat dad, to me, is such a horrible, spiteful, vengeful thing to say, besides the fact that it's totally untrue.
Because you take pride in being a good father?
I do. I pay more child support than I was required to by court. I do the kids' laundry. I cook the kids' food. I drive them to school. I run their errands. I do their homework with them. It's me. With her resources, if I was a bad guy, if you had $80 million, would you let a bad guy have your kids for a day? Or would you fight him so he never has contact with his children again? Am I the villain that you're going to publicly castrate, as she's doing currently in the press, or am I the good dad? Because in a few weeks, she's going to surrender the kids to me again, full-time. So which is it? Make up your mind, but it can't be both.
Brinkley's attorney told us that she has full custody of the children, and anything other than that is delusional.
You did write a blog to the Daily News in response to their coverage on this. I want to read back to you some of what you wrote.
Okay.
Christie Brinkley is far more concerned with the Mirror than our children. She is suing me to garner media attention for herself. She's going on tour with Chicago and wants publicity, any kind of publicity. You really think she's doing this for publicity for a Chicago Broadway?
I cannot see any other reason why you would do this.
You wrote also in this blog, quote, her Billy Joel Uptown Girl music video fame faded long ago, and the only thing left for her to garner media attention is to continue to publicize the tawdry details of her nasty divorce. Looking at your anger in this Daily News blog, it's easy to see why you might have fired something off that sounded nasty. To be honest, this sounds nasty from the outside looking in.
That is nasty, but I was pushed for that. The world was lied to. Christie Brinkley was victim. I'm being harassed. He's coming after me. Poor innocent me, just trying to get on with life. I didn't do anything to her. I was not the aggressor, nor was I the aggressor in those early emails. It's the same thing. I might become aggressive. I'm aggressive here because I'm angry.
Do you think that in some respects she's able to find a sympathetic ear in some corners because of the way your marriage ended, because of that messy, nasty divorce and the revelations about your failures in that marriage?
I was punished very thoroughly for my indiscretions in my marriage 4 years ago. And I don't think it's fair to punish me every year, because the real victims in this is not me. It's the kids who have to have this rehashed and brought back into the public eye. It's unnecessary. I'm a good father. I love my kids.
Do you wish you hadn't settled in divorce court?
I absolutely do. Yeah.
Why?
It bothers me because I never got my side of the story out.
Well, he certainly is trying to get his side of the story.